Hello and welcome to another episode of Housemarque Developer Let's Play. This is Tommaso and my name is Mikal. Tommaso, how do you pronounce it?
Tommaso. I'm the community manager.
And this is Astebreed.
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 Ass is breeding. I get it. All right. And it's a game.
It's a game
made by.
That's what we do usually. We check games here. Do you remember that?
That's
yeah,
right.
That part. Yeah, cool.
It's been a while, but still.
Yeah. It's made by Edelweiss. Despite the German-sounding name, it's a Japanese developer that developed some other games that we have no clue about. They look like hentai games. So maybe we don't go into those.
Maybe we should.
Maybe, yeah.
Never know. I don't know if YouTube policy lets us go, but I think they're shooters with a manga anime type of theme.
Yeah,
so.
but the reason why we want to play this game is because it's a shmup.
A shmup.
A shmup.
Shmup. That means what?
Shoot 'em up.
A shoot 'em up. What kind of? Well, let's go into the game. Let's see what it is.
All right.
But it's a Japanese.
So what can you expect from Japanese shoot 'em ups?
I'd say high action intensity, shit blowing up, some weird anime characters.
Yeah, you're gonna get them all.
Is there nudity?
I don't know because like the action is so intense that the story developing I haven't been following.
Okay,
it
let's see.
very well.
Let's see how it works out.
Okay.
All right, so you start the game.
There are robots.
In space.
Robots in space are really looking good.
That's a good place to start.
Exactly.
All right, let's see how the game looks like. Chapter 1, The Orphans.
Yes.
Does that play into the storyline somehow?
Probably, but you will have to read it for me because I never had time to really check it out. So what's going on here is that I'm controlling this super cool robot, and it looks a bit like a robot that could come out from Zone of the Enders. Maybe that's why this chapter is called The Orphans, because we are orphans of Zone of the Enders, the saga, the Konami saga that Kojima doesn't want to do anymore, or maybe he wants to do it, but it just doesn't sell well enough to make another episode.
We're orphans of Kojima's other games.
Other game. Like, yeah, he made other two in the last 50 years. He made Botkai and Zone of the Enders.
But it does, especially right now, looks kind of Zone of the Enders.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's cool about this game is that the camera is changing all the time.
Yeah.
You get like top-down view, lateral view, and then a bit like this space area view from the back, or a scene of punishment, if you like. And my character here can use 3 types of weapons.
So you got melee.
Actually, it's 2 types of weapons. It's sword, and then I can use all these melee attacks.
So a sword is the melee, right?
Yeah. And then I can use 2 different kind of
shooting around.
Yeah. I have like this one that is okay. Now it's a bit hard
to see.
It's
like a shotgun machine gun.
Yeah, here I can kind of lock on the targets a bit like in Reds.
That's pretty cool.
And then I can also focus. Well, I can focus my attack in a specific direction. It's a bit hard to see from the back, but as soon as we change perspective again.
All right.
We'll be able
and
to
and as you said, there's different camera angles. You can like shift from side view.
Yeah. The main thing about this game is that it's pretty to look at, because I'm sure it has a score system of some kind, but I haven't been able to figure it out, even because the translation is kind of spotty. As you can, I don't know if you can hear it.
Well, I mean, the score system, there's points coming around.
There's points, there's multiplier, but
shield bonus.
To be honest, I haven't really understood it.
Now the multiplier went down.
Yeah.
So I guess we're restarting that. Is this like a boss fight or something?
Yeah, this is a boss fight. So what you have to do mostly to keep the multiplayer up is just killing enemies all the time. Of course, it's not always possible.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like the Resogun, but okay, this is a bit less.
Definitely a different kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a much more forgiving game. It doesn't really matter if you go for score or not.
Well, I mean,
if you just like see stuff.
Am I right to assume that that's a health bar? So you have is that the blue thing underneath your character?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so you don't get instant kills and so on.
No. You have like health points. And the cool thing is that there are 3 types of enemy attacks. There's this red one that you can. Oh, actually, there's 4.
There's a bunch of.
There's a bunch. Like you can't you can do anything against the red ones, but you can absorb this.
Do you get energy from it?
Yeah, you get like there's this bar at the bottom, at the top. It's called the EX bar.
EX bar.
EX bar.
EX.
EX. How do you say that?
EX. I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay, so
why in English sometimes you say E, sometimes you say E? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I have no idea. It's a weird language. All these Latin-based things. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should know. Italians use similar things.
Well,
Okay, so one of the things that visually stands out is the fact that you have this camera changes, which reminds me of Sin and Punishment 2, for example.
yes, I think it also reminds a bit of Ikaruga, especially when it's top down. This kind of view here, I think it has some.
So basically, the guys did all the shmup variations and put them into one game.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a pretty smart thing. It makes it much more spectacular. And it gives you the feeling that you're doing something different all the time, even if what I'm doing right now is mostly button mashing.
Variety into the game.
Yeah. It makes it really pretty to look at. As I say, that the game is not art per se.
But it's filmatic. It's got this cameras moving all the time. You get this kind of cool transitions like this.
Okay, so the guy is dead now.
Good job, Tommaso.
Thanks.
There you go. Robots. I'll try the next level.
Okay. So as you can see in the end, it's giving like it's evaluating your performance. Now
all the statistics are being broken down.
I'm all over the place.
It doesn't give you like a grade school grade, like an A+.
No, you can't even see in this menu how well you're doing.
But I'm guessing there must be some kind of leaderboards or something.
Most likely. I've been playing for the explosions. I have to admit, I like robots, I like swords.
Dude, we're missing on the story here.
Yeah.
The story's happening, so what's happening with the story?
As I said, it's basically impossible to follow while you're playing it because also the voiceover is in Japanese, so I'm not familiar.
So there's this multi-layered thing going on,
yeah.
And they want you to keep up with the hectic gameplay and the story at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that might be even like a distraction tactic.
I'm sure that the guys from home that are watching us, that they can follow the story better than us right now.
But yeah, there's some logic behind there.
Well, I think it's having somebody that is screaming at you all the time, some bullshit that
it feels like you're a part of the team.
Yeah, I also feel that I'm in danger.
Yeah.
And I have to take care of something.
It's always good to have a team. So everything's awesome in the team.
As we know here,
so it's good to hear somebody talking to you.
Yeah.
And this is Asymptote Esto. Probably not a friend of yours, I assume.
No, and that's probably a word I just came up with because it doesn't sound like anything real.
It's probably based on something. But basically, the game is a very action-oriented shmup. You can't follow the storyline unless you pause the game, or unless you watch it in a YouTube Let's Play.
Or if you have three eyes, if you have one here, maybe you can follow it.
Or if you're Japanese, and
or if you're
listen to it.
Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, enemy waves are all over the place. So sometimes you have to use this kind of cone. Okay, now you can't see because I'm from the back.
There's a locking mechanism. You can kind of
exactly.
targeting.
Sometimes you can lock just in a specific cone. Sometimes you can lock a circle around you.
Right.
So depending on what you want to do, of course.
And the point of view that you're.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. This kind of reminds me of some early, childhood. Morning cartoon shows.
This is what you were doing.
Like the job. Well, I mean, you'd watch Robotech and all these. Cartoon series from Japan, and they always had these big mechs.
Yes.
I thought that was always cool, so it's good to see.
And I'm kind of surprised now that I'm an adult that we still don't go around on mechs.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, what happened to the dream?
Somebody screwed up really bad.
So we have to play video games.
I'd like to have at least really simple, like from Aliens, that the loader suit. You know, something you can just walk around, or just push a button and then it takes you somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Okay, if I have to find a flaw in this game is that one of the two locking mechanisms is very imprecise, and it's the one that is supposed to focus like this one, where you have this cone of this range.
How is it?
Well, you keep one button pressed and it's kind of locking to the closest enemy, but very often it's kind of locking in the wrong direction. Even because
can you choose the direction?
not really. Not really.
What if you? Yeah, you can choose the direction. You can press like the other thumbstick or something.
No, it does it kind of automatically, depending on where the enemy is. But sometimes it knocks in the wrong direction. But anyway, I haven't.
Maybe it's just you, man. I think there might be a muscle problem rather than the game.
All right.
Anyway, I think it's a really cool game. It's definitely up the alley of a lot of Housemarque people. I think a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, like even if you're not up for score chasing, maybe this is not the best possible game for that. Just to see what happens, the plot becomes really weird. There's a really cool final boss.
So you played to the final boss?
Yeah, I played to the final.
Did you beat the final boss?
No. I was fighting with the final boss several times. I always got beaten, and in the end, I rage quit.
You rage quit?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, these kind of games.
I'm a quitter.
These kind of games really make you do that. So I'm not blaming you.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I play games like this that.
No, also because it takes a bit of time to get to the final boss. I would say a couple of hours, maybe.
So that's about the length of the game.
Yeah, I was.
As far as we know, we're just assuming that's the final boss.
Yeah.
Because you haven't beaten it, so you never know.
Yeah, that's right.
You never know.
It looked pretty much like the final boss, but.
Do you mind if I give it a try?
Yeah, of course.
I just go.
Now that I kill the boss.
Switching in there here. Okay, so this. I don't know. This is the shoot button.
That's the scatter.
And that's the thing. And where's the? Oh yeah, that's the melee.
Yeah.
And
basically, if you keep the melee pressed and you use the stick in the direction of the enemy, kind of.
I can keep it pressed. I don't.
You dash towards.
But I need to button smash, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's almost down. We are in this great dimension.
There's a time. Oh fuck.
There's a timer. Yeah, you have to kill it before it starts.
There we go. See, I'm pretty good. let me try the next level too, just to start with the regular gameplay. Oh shit! There you go, like Japanese action sequence.
Yeah, this reminds me of the cartoons I was watching when I was a kid. I think in Finland you had more family-friendly stuff. We had these Japanese cartoons where people were dying, the horrible life stories.
We had Dragon Ball Z, or the original, the old from the 80s, and then Robotech.
Did you have stuff like Daltanius, Daitarn, Goldrake?
I didn't see those.
We had them all.
Are they like really gruesome?
Well, like Japanese don't care much about Western standards for kids. The stories are pretty. Most of them are pretty sad. The heroes are pretty sad. Like most of them in the cartoon, they die in the end. They disappear.
Oh, that's like real life.
That's life, yeah, exactly. But nowadays it's not considered stuff that kids can deal with.
Right, you have to.
But I grew up this way because I was watching these cartoons of real life stories.
I mean, we're not the Angry Birds generation, so
yeah, exactly.
I think that everything's gonna be.
I like them because they were teaching you that life is suffering.
Well, it's one way of looking at it. I guess there's a value of kids learning that early on.
Yeah, of course. Why you should hide the truth?
It's a good way to think about it. So you feel that this game brings those memories back?
Yeah, because the final moves that he makes against the bosses, they're pretty much what was happening in these cartoons.
Self-destruction.
Yeah. I remember robot cartoons always mentioning that they were using atomic weapons against the enemies, and they were shooting this stuff in the middle of cities, which probably wasn't too healthy for the population. But it kind of worked in that context.
There's a long history attached, so I guess.
Yeah, plus the Japanese have something with atomic stuff. It comes up all the time.
I'd assume so. But they make goddamn good games. That's all I mean,
even Godzilla's coming out from that kind of national trauma, so
especially. So I mean, this game, I think it has a Metascore of 86.
Yeah, it's pretty high, higher than some Housemarque games.
Well, that's a good way to balance that out. Yeah. So you think it deserves 86?
I mean, for the price, it comes you can get it for I think €7 on Steam.
Right.
It's only on Steam.
It's only on Steam?
Yeah.
I think they might have some other platforms coming.
I'm not sure.
We should check that.
It came out last year, I think. So.
Yeah.
But
it's a good price for value for the price.
For that price is absolutely worth it. If you like to look at this kind of stuff, why not? It's entertaining for sure. Might be not the most technical.
it has some reminiscent things from our games. It has a lot of the stuff that we look in games for inspiration to, and then it's crazy Japanese robots in space, explosions, cool ships. I've never played this game before. I do own it, but I never got around to it. So it's good to see. Maybe I'll try it at home and not on live video, so I can embarrass myself. I'm probably playing really shitty. I don't even want to.
There are also some special moves that you can do, but we are too bad at this game.
Okay, I'm pressing all the buttons at the same time now. Maybe that's
no, like for example, if you lock on the enemies and then press the shoulder button, he does cool stuff with the sword.
Oh, okay.
Like this ship here reminds me. Some other Japanese cartoons. I'm not sure what is the proper name in English. The one with this Harlow captain that is like a space pirate.
Yeah.
What's the name of it in English?
I don't remember.
Battlefield Yamato, something like that.
Battleship
Yamato.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the design reminds me.
There's a new version of that coming out, or it came out.
I think they made a movie. They
Yeah.
made a movie last year.
Cool.
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, Tommaso, final thoughts on Astebreed? How do you feel?
I mean, like if you like me, like Japanese stuff, you've been growing up with robots and
It's just the awesome factor of robots.
Yeah, robots saving humanity from some not really.
And a cool storyline that.
Cool storyline that you can read at the second playthrough.
Yeah, it's all the time down there. I haven't really kept up with what's going on. But,
and it's really complicated because they really speak a lot. I'm sure there's some philosophical bullshit going on there.
And it's easy even for somebody like me to play, so it's not.
I mean, like to play like an ass, it's easy, but probably if you want a good score,
then it's something else. So it has room for improvement in terms of player skill ability and all that stuff. I think I might be dying now.
Yeah, everything is red.
I'm turning red.
Your eyes are bleeding.
Let's try to save myself from this. But that's your final verdict?
Yeah, I mean, why not? For that price, like it's almost less than the price of a beer here. It's
good comparison. Good comparison. Yeah, €7.
So we give it I give it 7 bananas out of 10.
7 bananas out of 10.
And
the 13 monkeys.
Yeah, and with that, I'd say that we presented Astebreed.
I love it. I think I died. All right, we'll see you around next time with another cool game. We're sort of developers. We're from Housemarque, and we're gonna have other guys play games they love. So see you here next time.
7 bananas
out of 10 plus 13 monkeys. See you.